Hello. Anyone is there? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Please. But your paper title is recent trends in data ingestion tools study, isn't?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay. Okay. Please share your screen and please start.
Sir, shall I start? Like, there are two folks before me, so can I start before them?
Yes,
Is
already
it
you have already came in, so you can start. Yes.
okay? Okay, sir.
Yes. Please start.
Sir, I can't see how. Okay, I can see. Share my screen.
Please start.
So please let me know whether you'll be able to see my screen.
Hello. Yes.
Hello, sir. Can you
Please
see
share.
my screen?
No, no, no. We are not able to
I,
see.
I cannot see.
Cannot see. Cannot see. Please start.
Sir, is it visible now? Like it is showing, it is getting shared.
No, I cannot see your screen.
One minute. No, it is not. Till now, it is not shared.
Let me do it again, sir. One
Yes,
more
yes,
time.
please. Yes, please do it again, please. Hopefully now it will come.
Okay.
So now,
Okay, I already see.
Yes, it is clear. It's clear.
so shall I start?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Very good morning to all the authorities and dignitaries. So today myself Garima Sharma is presenting my survey paper on recent trends in big data ingestion tool. So I have chosen this topic. So it's a great depth insight that it required me to choose this topic. Reason being, when we talk about any analytics, any kind of descriptive prescriptive analytics, so most of the people think like we can choose any machine learning algorithm and work accordingly, but the major part lies in its ingestion, like what kind of data you are ingesting, how the data can be efficiently ingested. So by ingestion it means collection as well as a bit of cleaning work like filtration, or I can say ETL. That is the reason I have chosen this topic, like which are all the big data ingestion tools available in the market and which tool is better at what case. So this thing we'll be discussing more into this paper and into this work. This is my index, so I'll be first covering the abstract, then I'll be covering what exactly data ingestion tool mean, then I'll be covering the training data ingestion tool that has been covered into the paper. Then I'll be discussing about introduction and a bit of use case of each tool, so that brief introduction can be done about each tool which we have covered. Then I have created a comparison chart of these different tools, like when to use and what is the benchmark performance and whether it is used for a batch processing or for a real-time processing. So I'll be discussing more into it in further slides. Then I'll be discussing about my conclusion, that we conclude after all the work, like which tool is better in which case, and then all the references. So first is abstract. So what exactly abstract is? Appropriate data handling tools are required to handle unmanageable data flooding at an unparalleled, inflexible rate today. As we know, like the YouTube, the major
Yes,
giants.
Karima, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Please remember that you have only 7 to 8 minutes to complete your
yes, sir.
presentation. Please
Sure, sir.
maintain your time frame. Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Sure, sir. Okay, so we have appropriate data handling tools that we need actually data handling tools, good data handling tools to manage this unmanageable data which is flooding at an unparalleled and an unflexible rate. So the selecting the correct tool to meet the current as well as future requirement is a tedious task. It's a very heavy task to understand by the developer or by the end user, like which tool should I take for my current use and for my future use. So with right tools, one can expedite fetch, import, process, clean, filter, store, export data, and all these works can be done. So this paper includes a comprehensive survey as well as a comparative study which includes its performance, merits, demerits, usage, and various tools determination, so that people who will be reading or going through this paper can understand which tool is better in which case. Major goal of this paper is this. So introduction to ingestion tool. So data ingestion refers, as I said, it's the process of collection and integration data from various data sources. But now the definition has been changed. It has more gone towards ETL, that is export, transfer, and load. And processing data for later use, it can be for SQL or a NoSQL database. So as the picture depicts, you can see you need to collect so much of data, get into that funnel, and so that good analytics can be done or analysis of that data set can be done. So the data tools I have taken care into in this paper is the 6, that is Kafka, Apache NiFi, Amazon Kinesis, Apache Flink, Apache Storm, and Apache Goblin. So here we go with Apache Kafka. So there are two types of data streaming, as we know. One is batch processing and second is real-time processing. So what is batch? Like you can create batches and then process that batch one by one. And in real-time process, it is more like data processing on the go. When it is being created, you are processing that data. So Apache Kafka supports that real-time data streaming, and it processes streams of record as they occur. So this is some major insights of this tool. So I'll cover the most important thing, that is it can process 2 million writes per second. So the 2 million records it can process in a second. That is a benchmark. Then I'll cover that Apache NiFi. So if you are looking for a web system where you can do drag and drop and work accordingly, so then Apache NiFi is the very powerful tool for you, as it creates a scalable directory graphs for data routing, transformation, and some medication logics. So it's a web-based user interface, built-in processors, like you need not to write code into it. This is all drag and drop, and it shines well with small latency streaming flows as well as heavyweight batch transfers. So if you are looking for a real-time small latency, then go for NiFi. If you are looking for a heavyweight batch processing, then go for NiFi. Covered is Amazon Kinesis. So what is Amazon Kinesis? It's a Amazon web service. There, if the person who is working for data ingestion, he don't want to manage the infrastructure by his home, then he can opt for Amazon Kinesis. It supports real-time as well as data stream collection, processing, and analysis. So it works majorly for video analytics purpose. Then Apache Flink, it is an advanced version of Apache Spark. So Apache Flink supports batch processing as well as real time. So it can be for bounded and unbounded, and it has Apache performance. This is the most important point, like it supports 2 to 3 times faster than Spark, right? So these tools provide both functionalities like ingestion as well as transformation. So if you are looking for basic ingestion and filtration work, then you can opt for Apache Flink. So the pictures you can see in side by. So these are the logos of these particular tools. Next is Apache Storm. So Apache Storm is a free and open source, but the problem is it do not give an ingestion facility. It do not collects your data from different sources. The only thing it can provide you is the real-time computation system. It works in a round-robin scheduler, and the performance benchmark given by the system is 1 million tuple process per second per node. So if you want to increase this performance, just increase the number of nodes, then the processing speed will get increased likewise. So last is Apache Goblin. So Goblin is a unified data ingestion framework for extracting. So the major work it is given is as ETL. So we can view as it's a data integration tool. implicitly integrated with big data resources like Yarn. So you need not to have some other schedulers like Zookeeper for the same. It has integrated big data resource manager. So it supports coding in MapReduce job. So as you have seen, like if you want to go for a programming stuff, you have this Apache Goblin. If you want to go for a drag drop, if you have Apache Nifl. If you want to go for the batch processing agent, so like that is why that was the reason that we have chosen this topic, so that there should be awareness of what kind of work you want to do, what kind of performance you want from the system. Accordingly, you can choose one data ingestion tool. So this is the comparison chart. So the columns that I have taken is the tool name, the language it has been built on, the scalability factor, whether you are able to scalable it or not. Then the prominent usage, like this prominent usage is I have taken from the various research work that has already been done. So next is the performance that is being benchmarked by the performers, and then integration tools, like whether this particular tool can be integrated with other language or not, because we are talking about only one layer in analysis system, that is your data ingestion or the cleaning layer, but there are other layers also, that is data analysis and knowledge discovery. So whether it is feasible to join those layers, so that contains your integration tool part. Then type of stream supported, so what kind of stream it supports. It supports real time, it supports batch time, or likewise. So this is in general comparison chart. Apache Kafka is written in Java. So majorly we can see everything is written in Java, while the Goblin, they have not given the statement which is the development language for the Goblin. Scalability factor is yes for each tool. So prominent uses we can see like Apache NiFi is for ETL purpose, Amazon Kinesis video analytics majorly is being used, Apache Flink. So even it is not something like you can use only one tool at a time. We can use fusion of tools, like you can have Apache Kinesis for analytics of video, and you can have Apache Kafka for ingesting the data. Fusion is also possible, right? So, and this is the time the stream that is being supported. This is the integration tool, as I've said, like how much integration is possible in with other frameworks. So it is being already tested and done. This performance we have taken from various research papers as well as from the benchmark sites. And so in my conclusion, I just want to say that by selecting the tool, keep below points into the mind, like check whether the requirement is for batch injection, near-time real injection, or completely real-time encryption. Then prioritize all the available data sources, like which all data sources you want to cater. Then understand whether data extraction, processing units, and methodologies, whether we require some visualization or not, scalability of data stream as well as tool, whether like you are, as said, like you are talking about the present situation, but what about the future? So you need to check about the scalability also about that system. Then the multi-platform support and integration connected tools that are available, and the security features that particular tool is providing. And that's all from my side, and thank you. So I'm open to the questions if any, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Any question
Any questions? Yes,
for
from the
her?
participants. Yes, one thing I want to say you that as your comparison start, please can you show the comparison start again? Can you show
Sure,
the
sir.
comparison?
Sure, sir.
Please.
Sure, here it is.
Comparison start. Yes. Please make F5. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please make full screen.
Sir, I've done that.
Okay. Okay. Please. Okay, fine. So in your presentation, mainly we have whatever saying that some of the presentation, some of the tools for data, some for big data analytics we have used, like MongoDB, Apache, something like that.
Yes,
So
sir.
some of the parameters already you have, some of the parameters already you have maintained, like scalability, prominent usage, performance, integration tools.
Yes, sir.
Can you highlight in the next future work that how
Mm-hmm.
you can you can do the performance analysis in that particular comparison? Can you,
Yes, sir.
can,
Sure, sir.
can you, so that will be,
Sir,
I think that will be the best. I think that will be the best future work for your future plans. So that
yes, sir. What? Sir, what I was planning, like I'll take 2-3 tools like Apache Kafka, Kinesis Flink, or likewise I can take 2-3 tools, and I can do that performance analysis work in different nodes and cluster environment, like in single node, single cluster, and multi node, multi cluster. This is in my future work that I have thought through.
Okay, so that is your
Okay.
future. So one, okay, that's it. That's it. So okay, so no questions from the audience and from the participants. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Net
Thank you.
present.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
next,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
So next participants, NGO Dean Khan, please present the paper as your paper.
Yeah, the net present and Nguyen Thanh, please.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you.
Can you see slide?
Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you. Yes, yes.
Good morning. My name is Tan. Today I will present about the industrial LoRaWAN network for Danang City solution for long range and low power IoT application. This is the part of the project that our university, Danang University of Science and Technology, cooperate with the University of Cote France. In this report, I will give the introduction about the IoT application in terms of the challenges and the opportunity. Then we propose the LoRaWAN network for the Danang city, and then we do some evaluation for the first pilot implementation. Then we finally we give the conclusion. IoT technology has solved up the potential application and solution in everywhere, such as the smart home, uh, smart agriculture, smart campus, and smart city. Uh, the IoT application bloom will increase exponentially, and it will also bring the opportunity and as well as the challenge in terms of the communication and the power consumption of the IoT device. In this scenario, the LoRa communication technology has solved up some advantage and addressed three challenges. So LoRa is under the LB1. LB1 is stand for the low power wide area network. LB1 is a wireless communication technology designed to support the diverse deployment of IoT applications. This technology enables the wide range and large scale of connection for the low power and low data rate. As shown in the table, the LoRaWAN is one of the successful technology under LB1. As you see, the LoRaWAN can have the longest distance for the urban up to 5 kilometers and rural range up to 55 kilometers, and it also certifies the security as the especially it has a low cost. Uh, And for the real measurement model research is using the indoor LoRa gateway where the coverage of LoRa network is less than 2 kilometers. In this research, we use the industrial gateway to admit that we have the longest distance, and we evaluate at the Danang city where we have the specific geographical, and we also consider some communication parameter that affect to the network. We propose the LoRaWAN network including 4 layers. The The first layer is LoRaWAN sensor. So in the LoRaWAN sensor, we use the development board of the UCA, University of Cote d'Ivoire. And we also use the ball of the ATM, how many, count the BLs, as you can see in the screen. So the sensor will collect the data and transmit the data to the industrial gateway. So in the industrial gateway, we will select some high building at the data city to deploy. Then, so the sensor data will send the data to the gateway via the LoRaWAN network, and then from the LoRaWAN network, it will send to the data to the server via the Wi-Fi signal or 3G or 3G or 4G or LTE. And at the server, in this proposed LoRaWAN network, we select the thin network at the server. So the server will store on the data that we collect from different anodes, and then in the application server bit layer we use to design some app. Yes, the user can understand the data, and it has some interface that focus on friendly to people to use. So for the center node, we try with different kind of application, and we use two development board from the UCA and the STM. For the industrial gateway, currently we have in the pilot implementation, we had two gateway. The first gateway that we intern on our university, the Dana University of Science and Technology, on the top of the building of 10th floor. And the second gateway that we intern on the DSB, the Da Nang Software Park. It's located in the downtown of Da Nang on the 21-story building. As you can see in the figures, we have two industrial IoT LoRaWAN gateway. Just saw on the map, the one here is at DUT, and another one as the DSB. So here is some figure that so that we intern is on the top of the building. In order to do the experiment, we set up some parameter for the gateway and the anodes of LoRa. So for the gateway and anode of LoRa, we select the frequency as 868 megahertz, and for the bandwidth, we select the bandwidth is 125 kilohertz. In order to have the longest distance of from the anode to the gateway, we select the HF factor equal to 10, and the transmit power is 14 dB, and the code rate is 4 per 5. So on the gateway at DUT, we had the two antennas. The one antenna is 10 dB and another one is 3 dB. After that, we do the evaluation in two steps. The first step, we test with the UCA port, and we got the longest distance equal to 26 kilometers from here is Bana Mountain, Bana Hill, to the DSB gateway. The DSB gateway is located in the downtown Da Nang. And we see that the stable coverage up to 6 kilometers around the gateway, as you can see in the figure. In order to evaluate the LoRaWAN network at downtown Da Nang, we put the sensor node at the car and move around the city to see how it can send the data to both gateway. So we see that for the RSSI is greater than minus 110 dB. So it means that the signal is quite well. And we have at some bond, the anode can connect to both gateway. For example, at this we can connect to the signal. The anode can send the data to both gateway at DUT and DSB. But for some, the anode cannot send to the gateway. For example, at the 2 9-month stretch where the anodes can only send to the DSB gateway. It cannot send the data to the DSB gateway because we have some high building here, and high building will block the signal and we cannot send data. However, it's good news that we can send the data to the DSB. And you see around the gateway in the radius of 6 kilometers, we have the good signal here, and it's also send the data to the both gateway. Now, so we think so on the experiment that help us to confirm that for the LoRaWAN network, we can deploy many IoT applications that require the long-range distance and low power consumption. Since, as you see on the table that I mentioned before, where we compare the LoRaWAN technology with other MB1 technology, it shows that the battery of the anodes is up to 10 years. So the LoRaWAN will facilitate for some potential IoT applications such as smart home and remote management. From our survey, we see that we know that with energy management we have the successful application in Lyon and Grenoble, France. It's reduce the 60% of the electricity.
You present quickly because it's a limited time.
Thank you. Yeah, I just go to the next slide. Yeah. And we also do another application with monitoring the air quality and environment. As you see, we have some result on the apps. So in conclusion, we propose and investigate the coverage of LoRaWAN network at Da Nang City. The LoRaWAN network is the potential candidates for long-range IoT application with the data transmission distance up to 10 to 6 kilometers and the stable transmission signal around 6 kilometers. However, we have only 2 gateways. In order to have more the coverage of the LoRaWAN signal, we need to increase the number of industrial gateway up to 8 gateways, since we have 8 districts at Da Nang City. In this report, I just mentioned about 2 applications, but the LoRaWAN also supports some diverse IoT applications such as the smart agriculture, lighting, smart tourism, and other, and so on. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Any question for him?
From the audience, and any questions? Any questions from the audience and the participants? Very nice presentation. This is going on. Very nice presentation you have seen.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
How many gateway maximum you can get in your LoRa network?
Sorry, thank you for your interesting question. Currently, we don't have any real experiment to test with the maximum LoRaWAN network, but in according to the LoRa Alliance, we can has as much LoRaWAN gateway network. Yeah.
Okay.
That is fine. That is very, very nice. So
Any question?
no, hopefully no questions is coming from the participants. So we can start for the next presentation. And Professor Manohar Kumar is there. He is ready for the next paper titled "Enhancing Security and Trust of IoT Devices, Internet of Security, Internet of Things, IOST." Yes.
Hello, can you hear me, sir? This is Rohini, and I'll be presenting that paper. I'm also one of the authors.
Okay. Okay.
I'll be presenting the paper titled Enhancing Security and Trust of IoT Devices.
Okay. That will be fine. That will be fine.
Okay.
Please share your screen, please.
Yes, sir. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, it is visible. Please carry on. Please carry on. It's visible.
Okay. Okay, sir. So a very good morning to all of you. This is Rohini B from Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, India, and I'll be presenting my paper titled Enhancing Security and Trust of IoT Devices, Internet of Secure Things, IOST. First and foremost, the motivation part. Internet of Things is an integral segment of the world we live in. Every electronic device that we use is connected to the internet, and it makes our life simpler and comfortable. Frankly, IoT is what everybody is talking about these days. Safety of the data collected by such devices is of utmost importance. One intrusion or inclusion of a malicious foreign chip can leak confidential information, leading to ugly consequences. With smart cities coming into trend, more and more devices get integrated to the cloud, and safety and security of these devices must be taken into consideration. Our paper proposes a simple and effective intrusion detection system that detects Trojans in the hardware level. Chip fabrication is usually outsourced to different companies in order to increase revenue. This has made chips vulnerable to intrusion, and it has become impossible to inspect each and every chip physically for malicious Trojans. Some techniques are expensive and time consuming. Hence, we have put forth a simple procedure that calculates the toggle count of certain nodes of a golden IC, that is, IC without any intrusion, and stores it in a secure cloud platform. Every time a chip of same functionality undergoes testing, its toggle count has to be calculated for the same nodes and have to be compared with the ones in the cloud. If they don't match, it is concluded that it contains Trojans and hence can be deemed unsafe to use. Elaborating into it, we initially find the toggle count of a golden IC whose functionality has not been tampered with. Toggle count is nothing but the switching activity of gates. So we identify a set of nodes that are spread across the chip, and we feed this IC with certain input patterns. The toggle count at these nodes are calculated and stored in a table, and this table is pushed into a secure cloud database. In the illustration phase, we have taken C17 circuit as an example. It is an ISCAS 85 combinational benchmark circuit shown in figure 1. It has 5 inputs and 2 outputs. Certain nodes were identified, and the toggle count of those nodes were calculated for a unique input pattern. This toggle count is shown in column 2 of figure 3, and this is pushed into the cloud. Now, during testing phase, all circuits that were intended to have the same functionality as C17 is fed with the same unique input pattern, and toggle count at those exact nodes are calculated. In figure 2, you can see the same C17 circuit with the Trojan T1 included at node 8. Toggle count of this tampered circuit is shown in column 3 of figure 3. As you can see, at node 10, there is a difference in toggle count. Without Trojan, it is 9, whereas with Trojan, the toggle count has become 1. Similarly, at node 11, the toggle count with Trojan is double the toggle count without Trojan. And that's how presence of malicious intrusions affects the toggle count and can hence be used to identify them in the circuit. This slide here shows the entire block diagram of the proposed system. In pre-processing phase, we decide on input patterns and the order in which they have to be fed into the circuit. And the toggle count table obtained is pushed into the cloud. Now the same input in the same order is fed to every IC in the testing phase and toggle count of those nodes are calculated. If this table does not match with the one in the cloud, then it is decided that the IC has Trojans in it. Coming to our experimental setup, figure 1 shows the pre-processing phase. The netlist of golden IC, input patterns and the nodes under consideration are given as input to the Python script. It's a Python 2.7 version and it calculates the toggle count of the nodes, and this toggle count table is pushed into the Firebase cloud platform. Other platforms such as MongoDB can also be easily deployed in the cloud and are best suitable for large-scale applications, and it also provides high performance. The netlist is nothing but a list of all electronic components and gates present in the circuit, along with a list of nodes that they are connected to. The Python script contains all function definitions of various gates with varying number of inputs. As an example, AND gate of 2 inputs, 3 inputs, and so on have been declared and defined. Similarly, all other gates in ISCA's 85 benchmark circuits have been defined. The Python script passes the input netlist and applies each input pattern. The corresponding output of streams of ones and zeros is stored and the toggle count is calculated. Figure 2 here shows the testing phase of the circuit. The same nodes and the same input pattern are given as input to the Python script along with the netlist of the circuit. Now this netlist may or may not contain Trojans. The toggle count table obtained is compared with the ones stored in the cloud. If they match, it can be decided that there is no Trojan, and if they don't match, it is decided that there is a Trojan. Elaborating into the testing phase, the netlist of various ISCA's 85 benchmark circuits were obtained and they were modified to include Trojans such as stuck at 1, stuck at 0, and complement the input. Figure 1 shows a stuck at 1 Trojan. Whatever may be the input, the output of this Trojan is always 1. Figure 2 shows the netlist of C17 circuit which has been modified to include this Trojan, and this is given as input to the Python script. Figure 3 shows the toggle count table obtained as output. Coming to the results part of our experiment, figure 1 shows the variations in C17 circuit. 4 nodes are taken into consideration, and the blue bar denotes the toggle count of golden IC and the others denote the toggle count of IC with Trojans included. HT1 is the stuck at 1 Trojan, HT2 is a stuck at 0 Trojan, and HT3 is complement the input. Although there is no change in node 1, node 2, 3 and 4 show significant difference in the toggle count. Figure 2 shows the percentage difference in the toggle count of ISCA's 85 circuits varying from C17 to C7552 with the 3 different types of Trojans mentioned before. Figure 3 is another example which shows the toggle count difference between the golden IC and IC with Trojans for circuit C3540. Charts of all other ISCA's 85 circuits with and without Trojans have been included in the paper. As we can see, the presence of Trojan has a significant impact on the toggle count of nodes, and hence it can be used as a method to detect Trojans in higher level circuits such as IoT chips where safety of data is very important. We have also obtained the execution time, circuit area and leakage power of all ISCA's 85 circuits with and without Trojan. Execution time is the time taken starting from application of input patterns till the result is obtained, that is, whether the chip is good or bad. It was obtained using a Wi-Fi connection of approximately 2 Mbps upload and download speed, and it was tested in a machine with Intel i7 8th Gen core. The circuit area and leakage power were obtained using the Synopsys tool. If the Trojan is large enough, there will be a considerable difference between with and without Trojans in these 3 parameters. Thus, we believe that these can also be used as parameters for checking for malicious intrusions. Coming to the end, our method can be extrapolated to check for Trojans in IoT chips and devices that are used to transmit or store data, as such devices are nothing but a large-scale integration of various CMOS gates. Our method can be improved upon by using techniques to choose appropriate nodes that may be under attack and choose the input pattern order wisely. I cannot stress enough on the importance of safety of data. Especially in IoT devices, data theft can lead to huge repercussions in military or medical applications. So, we have coined the term IOST devices, Internet of Secure Things, to differentiate them from normal IoT devices that haven't been checked this rigorously. IOST should be the buzzword from now on. I thank you for your patience.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Professor Vanton, any questions from your side? Any questions from the audience or from your side? Any questions from the presenters and from Vanton? Okay, please, hello, can you hear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. So many thanks. Many thanks.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll
Madam,
stop
please,
sharing.
you can leave. You can leave. Thank you. Yes,
Okay,
yes, please
sir.
stop sharing. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So who will be the next presenter? Please, please be share your screen. Yes.
Next, sorry.
Yes.
Hello.
Please.
The next is
Yes.
me.
Yes. Please introduce. Please,
Ne
which is the paper?
next recent. Who is next recent?
Okay. Okay. Yes. Sure. 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 Please share your screen. Please.
Hello.
Yes. Please. Please
You
carry on.
you can see my recent slide.
I already
Yes. Yes.
see
Yes. Yes.
yours.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Is visible. Please.
Thank you.
Please make it full screen. Please make it full screen.
Okay.
Yes. Please make it full screen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Hello, dear
Yes.
sir.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. My name is Nguyễn Trọng Tùng. Anh I resent with my partner Nguyễn Hà Huy Cường. Yes, I come from Vietnam in Đông Á University and Da Nang City. Yeah.
Please. Okay. That
Okay.
is fine. That is fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Please.
My present has four content introduce product resource allocation algorithm. It's payment research resource allocation algorithm and conclusion. Integrate words network in crossing and cloud computing indispensable factor in the operating and development Internet of Things application. Resource provision and important survey in cloud computing it become major demand in the scientific application. More of existing cloud computing infrastructure in Vietnam have been providing service with many problems and challenges which stated below. Uh, the cost of translate includes service provided through remote data center and is built on virtual server rent from a board, so the rate is very high. The availability human resource ensure um, operating entire system in if insufficient and unsecure. Cloud computing resource often um, appear and only access point on the cloud computing server. So there are no guarantee for user special consistent time and configuration. Um, Cloud Center have the not build service provision infrastructure that must has supervisors feature and flexibility in scalability and security recover and network congestion. Um, so in recent year, the university expand its robust strength in competitive beside content and improve scientific research and teaching. Remote computing and managing building information technology in practice through connects between university in the country and internationally. Therefore, needs the cost-efficient solution provides resources such as digital library, electric lecture, register credit, and online learning. So in this paper, we offer solution support virtual servers, survive, and provide efficient solution, provide resource for remote needs for students.
Okay.
And
One request. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. One request. Please,
Please present quickly.
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
please complete quickly. Please.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
are
yeah,
running
yeah,
late already. Okay.
yeah.
Yes, sure. Sure. Sure.
So we provide solution meeting flow specific require the first technological resource and ensure anti-conflict resource. The second technological resource avoid congestion. The third technical um, solution ensure road deal right for user. The four technological solution for revive cloud, and the last technology for model revive heterogeneous resource. Um, Allocation resource cloud computing resource had a topic uh, great international recent time. So an effect resource supply polite bring holding economic business and organization with build information technology practice in context technology development lifestorm in the right. In the order, it tap me Anthony consumption the physical machine we show um, up proximity power consumption at physical machine G uh, uh, linear function PGU by formula You see. Uh, Among them, PMAS, uh, PMAT and PAD are the energy physical machine see in maximum yield service state and independent idle state. Usually either total yield survive of on result on physical machine is calculated by formula below. Uh, um, the distributed computer system has changed from mainframe model to client server model. Today, user explore computer application with com, uh, computerization resource data offline cloud and environment uh, in infrastructure service cloud computer which will provide uh, will provide uh, virtual research set up by on data center. Data center are built from one or more distributed physical server. At the same time, the telecommunication network at the main exchange information at the main share resource environment uh, environment broadband asset pro remote data and information. Um, that is the research you can see. We had it because each peer experiment research we require grade for virtual machine with research obtained so below.
Please, you have you 1 minute presentation for this the paper.
Yeah.
So just a comparison study and the final stage. Final
Yeah.
stage.
Example this you can see the best research successful grade 7 virtual machine required through cloud and recent by BMID 1 to BID 7 start time 1 um, 1 0 1 million and ending 85 minutes for machine 1 and 175 for uh, uh, 7 virtual machine with many different scanner such as we increase the number of machine virtual machine required as well as allocation physical server on multiple data center different material. Uh, uh, in the tech case, after 4 machine model, we were creating second center next and tech center 3 create 2 virtual machine in the third tech center to also grade 4. Then center 3 grade 2 and center 3 center 4 grade 1. With limited capacity of the laptop, we test it can grade up to a machine, a virtual machine with 4 data center. Based on research table 3, we relay the task an energy linear with number of physical machine U, value of the U physical machine and energy consumption of algorithm. We are best execute time. Uh, ECMDGRS learning then algorithm. One reason for this effect by index temperature parameter and number integrity. However, this implementation time of the algorithm is small and it can apply rustic.
Please next slide, please. Next,
Yeah,
next slide,
yeah,
please.
yeah. This is the we um, for machine virtual machine one and two maximum virtual machine. So and uh, whether there a incross this between agent at the agent check to make sure system the not perform transition bus state when request then as the release net their release stay at the chat and list file stay for subject current the in the world data center you virtual server generate increasable research and employ.
Okay, thank you
Yeah,
very much.
yes,
Thank you.
Your
yeah,
presentation.
yeah.
And any question for this presentation?
Your presentation must maybe more compact, so that will be very easy to understand.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, Professor Vanton, should we go for the next? Should we go for the next presentation? Should we go for the next presentation? Professor Vanton, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can have question again.
No, no, no. Yes, your presentation. Please stop share screen. Please stop share screen. Your presentation is over. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Please stop sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Please the next presentation.
Yes.
Done to
Please, yes. Professor Vanton, can you hear me? Professor Vanton, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, okay, okay. Please
Yeah,
stop there. Okay.
yeah,
So,
thank you.
thank you very much. Please stop
Thank you
sharing.
very much.
Thank you very much. Please stop sharing the screen so that next participant will start the next presentation.
Yeah.
Please, next participants, please. Dang Trung Thon will
Yeah,
present the next paper. Yes, he is present.
maybe I presentation for Mr. Hasungkin.
Okay. So, anyone left from session 4? Anyone left from session 4? Hopefully, last presentation is pending. If yes, yes, yes. Actual fall estimation.
Hello everyone. Today
Okay.
I
Thank you.
presentation about actuation for estimation using the observer reconstruction or nonlinear decimometer under effect of the temperature. It I in Hồ Dung Một University. Yeah, today I presentation in the right conference. The first is the content. The chapter one I want to introduce. The chapter two, decimal modern formulation, and chapter three, UI basic reconstruction of approach for the nonlinear system, simulation and result, and chapter four, conclusion. The chapter one, introduction. The question is where is the decimal used, and why do you need a precise location control? We can see the DC motor have been used in the industrial field, such as in the car. You can see many apply DC motor in the car, and the net to control zone the DC motor in the especially control the cut into CNC machine that require have is position control. The motion of the system controlled by the DC motor. Therefore, DC motor uh, you have a very important role in the system that the high quality. However, for in the motor can be up
Can you please
hello,
can you hear me? Can you hear me, sir?
yeah.
Yes, can you please your microphone, please check your microphone for we cannot hear you properly.
I can. Oh, and I already.
Please hold your microphone in front of your mouth.
Do you have? Okay.
Yes, yes. Now, yeah. Please carry on. Please carry on.
However, for in the DC motor can appear and work in the process as a temperature effect, coil resistance, and temperature effect on the magnetic plate. You can get your some fault from the in the DC motor here, and some fault you can get from the sensor. You can determine many fault from the sensor. In this paper, we can see the temperature effect, the coil and temperature effect. Many the flight to control precise control DC motor. So in the chapter 2, DC motor modern population. It is the modern of the DC motor. So below figure 1 with the parameter in the table 1. It is the equation that you can describe it in the state space equation. You can get it is a vector variable. Then the chapter 3, you already considered an approach to the nonlinear system. You can consider the nonlinear system DC motor set to an input follow the equation. It is an equation in the UI. UI then can be considered an influence of now in the system. You have an equation. From this equation, you can make the estimate error condition follow this equation, and you have different equation. With the goal of the estimate error, estimation error can obtain a smaller value. We use the follow in equality. This is inequality equation. Based on the design environment for this scala, we can select the value. We solution P, Q, and L using the optimized algorithm L and I. If the solution is feasible, then result can be obtained. We can get the value FSO, you can get rate. These parameters you can use in the simulation in the observer model to estimate. We have a result the form. In the chapter form result simulation. Simulation results with simulator in so in figure 2. Result in the fit 3, you can at activate the estimation follow that pretty predetermine actuator signal. It is this proof that actuator and sensor for estimator work well. It is, you can see it is from the co effect response, and this is you can see how actuator and estimated actuator. You can follow and chapter 6 conclusion. In this paper, UIL reconstruction were applied to estimate the actuator. The results estimator error bandwidth it have a scientifically stable and UIL reconstruction using the optimized algorithm LMI and the Apollo stability condition. In addition, the result is the estimate at the flow will be achieve desired result. The idea flow estimate the process success absolutely apply for the linear. This is the thank you for your attention. Any question of presentation? Any question?
Hello. Yes. Any questions? Any questions
Any question?
from the, yes, from the audience and from the participants?
Yeah, maybe we finish this session. Any presentation for this?
Yes. So, Professor Venten, hopefully our all the papers have been already presented in our session 4. Hopefully all the presentations already completed in our session 4.
Maybe complete. Maybe we Dr. Souvik, now we
Yes.
can select one the best paper for this
Yes.
session.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So as per the presentation, what will be the best parameters we have checked that which will be the best thing you have chosen? Have you chosen any paper for the best thing that is in session for best paper we have to choose?
Yeah, maybe I
Yes, you can suggest, you can suggest so that we can. Yes.
I suggest maybe Ngô Thành Thân.
You can type the paper name and the author name in the message text.
I suggest the Boddington. Boddington City is the industrial law route one network for Da Nang City, a solution for the long single and low power IoT application. Maybe it's the best
Okay.
for
Okay.
present.
Okay. Okay. Just was yes, yes. Hopefully this paper you're telling, na?
Yeah,
Yes. That's
yeah.
real.
How about you?
Okay, okay, that's fine. I have
Okay.
also, yes, I
Yeah.
have also selected that paper as the best paper. He has presented the paper very nicely. His presentation was very nice. Very nice papers he has presented.
I
Yes.
agree with you.
Okay,
Oh,
that is
okay.
very nice.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that will be the best paper in session 4 in IoT applications.
yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
right. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you
you
very much.
very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So our session already completed. So can we? So now can we leave that session, or can we continue the session until some of the participants are now?
Yeah,
Now. Yes.
maybe we finish here and we can send us the back paper for the com community.
Okay. I am requesting the
Yeah.
participants like Deepika Gupta, Huang Kwang Thi, Monhar Madam, Nuhan Tron Kong, Srikant Patel, Boon Van Nam. All the participants already are present, or already are you just
Uh,
all the participants are present right now?
mà I can appear. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Maybe I call for committee and I send information to you to how to send about the paper. Okay.
Yes, yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, so
Yes.
now
Yes. Yes.
we
Please
can
tell.
get presentation file and send
Uh,
to committee. Okay, then we are finished presentation.
no, sir, I'm not getting you, sir. Please tell me again.
No, more than 10, more than 10, more than 10. Uh, we can get presentation file.
Oh, now one presentation is pending. Presentation 5.
We get presentation.
Okay. I can understand. And NGO Dithin, please send the presentation to the session. Okay. Please. Yes.
Yeah,
Please upload. Please upload the session. Your
yeah.
presentation.
Yeah, okay. We can get the paper and send group. Okay. Em đọc cái cài đó, gửi đến group của cái cài này đâu, cái cài Messenger á, để cho bên chỗ cái cài hội đồng
Rồi
cái best paper á, cái best paper này.
nhưng mà cái group đó em không biết.
Group
Dạ hay không?
okay, we finish.
Okay. So now we can stop our session. We can start our session for the first day.
Yeah, I PhD only.
Okay. So can I leave right now? Can I leave right now?
Yes, yes, you can leave.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay, okay,
thank you
okay.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you very
thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you. See you.
Yeah. Biết là cái VN của ai của VN hay là mình kêu sao rồi
em lại lại chọn này
mình đi xuống cái tên tục thì thì cái tên tục nó là và thì mình sẽ thì cái đến chụp thì cái
VN
thì có việc bảo là à,
Em rất anh nhắn qua là tức là tất cả không biết để là cái này
đạn không cái cảnh cái tên nó sẽ có cái tên à,
như vậy
khi học lại được design tây thì mình không có lại được cái file học rồi hay điều hai cái sao bây giờ mình bị hay như nào là phải phải thì mình chỉ nói
cái này có buộc đi bố thể là sao
chắc là thì cái cảnh mình nó tương lai hơn rồi cái lo cái cảnh cái paper thôi nhưng mà bên chỗ thứ ba một cảnh nữa lại cái bên chừng á để nó đến họ phải à,
vậy
rồi
मिस मेरा हेडफोन देखे हो क्या?